Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Getting Real with Ron. So, last night my girlfriend and I made some empanadas. First time ever. Of course, we made too much filling for it, so I'm thinking, what can I use this filling for tonight? And one of them was sort of a very loose shepherd's pie concept filling. Anyways, got a lot left. So I was like, what can I do with that? It's too thick to use really for anything else right now, so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna make it like a gravy with it and do a on a shingle. I probably shouldn't say the actual word, but we're gonna stuff on a shingle. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of roux. I'm gonna make that just, I'm sure there's a million ways to make it. People want to do it like super proper. I don't know. I'll show you the way I do it. It's basically a mixture of butter and flour. It's used as a thickening agent. So I'm going to start with the roux. I'm going to add a little chicken stock. We don't have bone broth here, but we're going to use the chicken broth. A little bit of cream. And really that's it. So I'm going to get my butter in the pan here. That was a little hot. I don't really want to brown the butter. The way I do it, I want it to take it just to brown, because you're going to get that browning as you gently cook it. I turn that burner way down. So get my butter all melted. I'm going to start sifting the flour in. And you want to get it to a peanut butter consistency and start getting that toasted smell to it. You don't want it to smell burnt. And it goes very quickly from toasted to burnt. And you can't go back. You have to start over. So take your time with it. That pan cooled down enough, I took it off the fire, so I'm ready to start adding some flour in there. Use wheat flour, white flour, whatever you got. Got some white flour here. Now I use a good roux as a base for my gravy, which in my family I'm kind of famous for my gravies. My sister asked me maybe doing a gravy video. A good roux, that's how that's a good base for it. And you can use all kinds, you can use a cornstarch slurry, you can use, flour and water. I like to start with the richness of the butter and flour, make a good roux with it. The taste is so rich. It's not hard to do. You just don't want to burn it. And since I've got so much of that leftovers there, I'm not just making enough for one serving. I'm going to turn a bunch of that into, topping for toast. Almost there. There we go. Now just gently, we want to let that kind of toast. You'll smell it. It'll start having a nice toasty smell. Actually, I want that just a little drier. Peanut butter consistency is what I'm looking for. There we go, perfect. Alright, so we put this away. I'm going to run over here, wash my hands. Get the flour off them. Yeah, it's starting to smell toasty. Very low flame. Getting ready to add the chicken broth. I'm having a Founders Dirty Bastard. Very good beer. I like Scotch ales, so nice accompaniment to cooking. That was hard to say. That really is just about there. I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit. The rest of this goes pretty fast. I mean, this doesn't take that long either, but see if I can give you a look at it. Let's see. Focus. Focus. Well, you can kind of see it. It's about peanut butter thickness. And because things are real, nothing scripted, my whisk fell on the floor. I'll return momentarily after I wash it off. This as real as it gets. Alright, so I'm going to start adding chicken stock. Not a lot, because I want to add some cream too to give it some more of that body. Get that all incorporated, nice and smooth. It's going to start thickening up on you. Now we're going to need to add some more seasonings to this too. Mainly salt, pepper, and garlic is what I'm going to do with it. Not a ton, but enough because you are adding extra stuff to your original base. Good heavy splash of cream. That really is about the consistency I want it. Don't fall. So I'm gonna get some more salt in there. Pink Himalayan is what we like around here. It seems to be less salty than your typical like Morton iodized table salt. I want a good garlic pop, so I'm going to throw in some minced garlic. You can mince it up yourself, or if you have it, like right now. Minced garlic. That was probably a healthy teaspoon. Love garlic flavor around here. And it's good for you. Yeah, now that's thickened up a little bit. The refrigerator door just fell open. I didn't close it all the way. See, it's like I told you, getting real with Ron. This is just cooking. Nothing fancy, nothing scripted. Black pepper. These grinders from Kroger really suck. Don't buy them. I'm going to find a good one. I've heard about one. It's available on Amazon. I will probably buy it and do a review on it, but this private selection grinder, great price for the peppercorns and everything, but the grinders suck. Don't buy it. Or just buy it for the peppercorns and put it in a good grinder. Turn the heat up, just a touch more salt. And let's add our filling. So this, we just want to mix thoroughly, incorporate everything, bring it up to temp, make it nice and warm and yummy. Oh yeah, that's nice looking right there. Now the actual filling didn't have any thickener in it. No flour, no starch, no nothing. It was just reduced down. So the cream and the chicken broth that I put into it, it was just reduced and thickened that way. Because we didn't need a lot of like gravy for the filling. This is looking nice. And it's actually going to thicken up a bit more, so I'm going to taste it. That's good. I'm going to add a little bit more broth. Now you can get it however you want it. If you like it runnier, if you like it thicker, however you want it. I'm just getting it how I want it here. So I know this is going to thicken up a bit more as it heats through. That roux does its magic. A lot of times you feel like it's too runny, but you want to stop and just let it go because it'll thicken as it goes. You can keep adding in thickeners to it and all of a sudden you end up with paste and you're trying to fix your gravy or you're trying to fix whatever it is and you've got too much thickener in it. So just give it a little time, be patient. Now, I am going to do a gravy episode, and one of my tricks for gravy, especially with Thanksgiving foods when I'm making mashed potatoes, is I'm going to save some of that really rich, like thick potato starch water off the bottom of the pan when I boil my potatoes. Or if I steam them, you're still going to get that starch water at the bottom, and sometimes what I'll actually do if I'm steaming them is I'll throw a handful of potatoes in the bottom water so I can get really rich, thick starch water, because I'm going to save some of that, reduce it down a little bit, and add that into my gravy as a thickener. If you look at a lot of prepared gravies, you'll notice there's potato starch in it, and I think really what they're doing with that potato starch is not only as a thickener, but also for the mouthfeel of it. I feel that the potato starch gives it a kind of a glossy mouthfeel. Very smooth in your mouth. So I will, in a lot of my gravies, I will add some of that potato starch water. Really, really does an amazing thing in gravies. So really, I'm just waiting for this to come up to temp. Just get hot. This is perfect. Get my toast going. It's almost there. Might hit the toast. Eventually, maybe I'll get some cameras set up so you can see more things, me not running around, but right now, I'm using my phone. I actually looked at some cool GoPros and some microphones and stuff, just as maybe, you know, an idea for later on down the road. Oh, something else I'm gonna add. Love the green onions. I'm gonna top it with some green onions. So anyways, right now I'm going to keep using my phone, uploading. Even when I get some nicer cameras and a microphone and all that stuff, I don't really feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of editing. I'll do maybe some different angles and stuff like that. I just really want this to be a real experience. See what it's like Not something overly done. Just this is what it is. Cooking should just be fun, enjoyable. There we go. Some onions. All right, this is done. That handle's hot. It's hard to see, but that's a nice consistency. This would be so good. I like biscuits and gravy. If you had biscuits laying around, or you wanted to throw some biscuits together, this would be an awesome gravy for biscuits and gravy, to be completely honest. So I'm waiting for that toaster to pop. I'll load this plate up with some toast and get to eating. So, if you like this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell button. That way you guys know when I upload a new video. I'm really trying to do at least 2 a week. And right now, I have so many ideas of things I want to do, even just like quick little things. Like 2-minute video and this is how I do that. And I'm hoping, oh, there goes the toast. Lost that thought. Nothing fancy. You could use some fancy bread for this. You could use some biscuits. Use what you got. Green onions are so good for their flavor, just fresh like this, for the kind of embellishing things, making them look pretty. Alright. Now that is one version of stuff on a shingle. So let's give this a try here. I hope it's not too hot. Wow, so many wonderful flavors. The creaminess of the gravy, crunch of the toast, nice bright pop of those green onions, a little bit pungent, works well with the earthiness, that beef and the mixed vegetables, the cream and the gravy. So I'm going to spare you the rest and go eat this off camera. But thanks for watching Getting Real with Ron and this episode of Stuff on a Shingle. Thanks for watching.